Jumbo was a big, mean giant. He lived all alone in a tiny cave above a dark, enchanted forest, and spent his time being lonely and sad, drinking hard booze and smoking sour cigarettes. He would watch the red sun roam across the sky, and he would say, "Son, you're just like me, big and clumsy and all alone. You love the moon so much, but you can't catch her, no matter how hard you try, 'cause you're a hot, ugly mess, while she's soft and cool." "Yeah, sonny," he'd say, "you're just like me." One night, Jumbo heard a commotion down below in the magical forest. He saw two children in the moonlight. It was Hansel and Gretel, and they were pale and frightened. "Hansel," the girl whispered, "we're gonna die. Ravenous wolves will rip our throats off, and wolfish ravens will pluck our eyes out." "Don't worry," the boy replied. "I'll get us back home safe and warm. Follow me." And then they were gone. The night after, Jumbo heard another commotion. It was Hansel and Gretel again, but this time they were more terrified than the night before. "Hansel, now we're dead for sure," the girl whimpered. "I feel the claw of death, Hansel, coming for our souls." But Hansel had nothing to say. He just shook his head, his eyes big and empty. "Somebody save us!" cried the girl. Jumbo jumped to his feet, but then they were gone. Jumbo leaned back into the cave. His heart felt like a cold candle, almost lit aflame. The next night, Jumbo couldn't seem to sleep. He knew something was very wrong. Suddenly, he heard the scream. Jumbo jumped to his feet. Without hesitation, he leapt out the cave and plunged into the dark. Jumbo crashed down to the forest floor. At the bottom, he began wandering about, hoping to chance upon the kids. Then, up ahead, he saw them, and Jumbo ran over with great hope and glee. But when he got closer, he saw it wasn't really the siblings, but two boulders. Sometimes the forest played tricks on his eyes, like the burst of sparks you see if you shut your eyes real tight, like fireworks, or red herrings swimming and darting about. Jumbo slumped his shoulders and kept lumbering on through the woods. Soon Jumbo came upon a cabin. He tapped on the door, and it opened to a woodcutter and his wife. They screamed at the sight of the beastly giant. "Monster!" cried the man. "Freak!" cried the woman. "I'm no fiend," Jumbo said. "I only want to ask something." Jumbo came in. "I'm looking for my friends, two little ones, Hansel and Gretel. Have you seen them?" The woodcutter and the wife looked as though they had been shocked by lightning. "Never," the wife said. "Can you be sure?" Jumbo asked. "Sorry," the woodcutter replied. Jumbo laughed sadly. He walked 1 step, 2 steps, 3, 4 steps. Then it hit him, the first clue. He knew he had been tricked, and it burned him up. Jumbo spun around and smashed the door down. He marched inside and rushed throughout the house. He had seen the 4 chairs, the 4 cups, and the 4 plates in the kitchen. Now he saw 4 beds, 4 slippers, 4 nightcaps. Jumbo grabbed the evil parents. "Tell me the truth," he said. The woodcutter spilled the beans. "Hansel and Gretel were growing too big," he said. "There's not enough food for all of us, so we had to leave them in the woods." They squirmed like little red herrings in his hands. "We've told you everything. Please let us go," the cruel wife said. Jumbo thought about it. When he left the yellow cabin, he left it red. He lit a Sam Slim and lumbered on. Along the way, in the light of the embers, he saw 3 trails and followed them. First, a trail of white pebbles. Next, a trail of breadcrumbs. Lastly, a trail of birds scratching in the muddy ground. At the end of the last trail, Jumbo heard a growling snore. Jumbo tiptoed over and found behind a log a snoring wolf with its big paws, teeth, ears, and bushy tail. Jumbo remembered what Gretel had said, something about a wolf that would rip them up. Jumbo felt a hotness inside, and he grabbed the wolf. "What have you done with Hansel and Gretel?" Jumbo demanded. The wolf let out a rasping laugh. "You've got the wrong guy," the wolf said slyly. "I'm the big bad wolf, and I haven't seen any Hansel and Gretel." Jumbo prodded the big bad wolf's full tummy. "Just ate, Mr. Wolf?" Jumbo said. The big bad wolf belched. "Just a barrel of red herrings the fisherman left behind." Jumbo released the wolf. "Sorry, friend." The big bad wolf snarled. "I ain't your friend." Jumbo got back to the path, and soon there was a smell of something sweet and rich in the frosty air. Jumbo followed the scent with his eyes closed. When he opened his eyes, he saw it. The fabled Fairytale gingerbread house. Jumbo studied the walls and saw child-sized bites along the sidings, frames, and rooftops. The fifth clue. Jumbo pushed open the doors, and inside there was an old lady. "Hello, Jumbo," she cried with delight. "What a pleasant treat." Jumbo was startled. "Who are you? How do you know me?" "I'm the old granny. I know all that goes on in these dark, enchanted forests," she said. "I know you live up there in that little cave, all alone. So I've baked something special, just for you. Sweetmeat pies and a bottle of rye. Please sit," she said. Jumbo sat down on a gumdrop beanie. "Well, just for a while." Old Granny placed the pastries and liquor in front of Jumbo. Jumbo couldn't help it. He never had hot pies before. And he was grimy and tired from searching all night. Jumbo took a deep breath and gobbled it all down. Then he sat back and rubbed his tummy. Old Granny was watching him, wringing her bony hands together. A little giggle escaped her mouth. Jumbo looked at her. Then he looked at the empty pie trays and the bottle of liquor. He felt woozy and faint. Something smelt fishy, like red herrings. Now old Granny was laughing out loud. Her eyes turned blistering red. Long sharp teeth like kitchen knives sprang out of her mouth. Jumbo stumbled off the gumdrop. "Hansel, Gretel!" he cried. "What have you done with them?" The evil witch clawed towards him with her sharpened nails. "You big dummy," she cried with evil glee. "You've gobbled them up." Jumbo felt his tummy churn like butter. I knew how poor the woodcutter and his wife were. When they threw those kids out, I lured them into my home sweet home. Told them they could stay in a special room. The evil witch cackled. Jumbo couldn't move. He was sick to the bone. The evil witch came, her jaw unhinged, teeth dragging along the sugary ground. "Why?" Jumbo managed. "Why kill those poor kids?" "They were just bait." The evil witch grinned, big and nasty. "Little red herrings. You're the main course, Jumbo." Then Jumbo felt the hotness rise inside, a hot meanness he hadn't felt before. Hot like the red summer sun. "I'm going to enjoy this," the evil witch screamed as she leapt at him. Jumbo raised his arms and clamped her head between his big hands. He squeezed with all his might, kept squeezing until her fangs dug so deep into her skull it pricked at his skin. He kept squeezing, and she kept screaming until her head popped like a grape. The next day, Jumbo sat all alone in his little cave, drinking hard liquor and smoking sour cigarettes. His hands were red and sticky, but he couldn't really remember why. He looked at the sky and watched the red-hot sun roam across. Jumbo smiled. "Son," he said, "you're just like me. Big and clumsy and all alone."